Hello everyone. I am Mathangi, a teacher and an author of my upcoming book, The Whispers of the Sacred Realms. It is book one of a trilogy belonging to the Immortal Empire series, and I am venturing also into ghost writing and editing and all such other activities. So, writing I started as a hobby when I was in ninth standard, which then went on to become my career, or I thought of it as a career even when I was in 12th standard. I mean, nature, universe has its way to bring you back. I had, diverged myself from there towards commerce. Then I have tried many different things in my life: chartered accountancy, um, being a company secretary, trying for an MBA. I have done quite a lot of things as such. Now, actually, 2 months ago, what happened was I had to leave my job, my teaching job, due to some reason, and I was sitting at home. Now, there was this idea in my mind, okay, it kept on playing in my mind, and it has been there since almost a year. And around October, November of 2023, when I was still working, this idea sort of wanted me, got me all charged up, and I wanted to work on it. So I did not start writing as yet at that time, but I had gotten a cover made because I was very passionate about this particular project. I am still passionate about it. But then in June, like I said, I had to leave my job. I was at home, and for the first 5 days I enjoyed it, honestly, because before that it was quite hectic, so the rest was needed probably, so I managed it. Then I went crazy and I have this problem of overthinking, so I went crazier. So to get myself back, something took me back to that book that I was going to start writing in October, November. And then I started writing it now in June. Towards the mid of June, I started plotting. Then, first, I had no idea absolutely. Then I looked at different YouTubers who are writers, author tubers, okay, booktubers. So, what is in demand? Whether my idea is in, sync with whatever is in demand. And uh, after watching many videos, I had started to think that if I don't start working now, it is never going to happen. And that is how you are finding me here. Okay, one thing you need to know about me is I'm not very good with talking to people. So, this is a very big deal. And if you've seen any other video of mine, you will know if I might have spoken about this there too. So, this book that I'm writing is coming or releasing in August, on 26th of August. And today I'm going to talk about one of the challenges that I came across when I was plotting. So there are to plotting there are different aspects. One is, first you identify the characters, then you build a world if you're writing a fiction. So mine is a fantasy fiction. So when you're building the world, you have to identify the rules. Now, just like our normal world, we will have rules. We have rules, we have a government. So, an imaginary world will also have rules and government and everything else, right? What are the people going to be? Are they going to be humans itself, or are they going to be some other beings? Like, for example, some novels will have fairies in them, werewolves, vampires, etc. And some stories have humans in them who then get magical powers, like Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, etc. So it is a different thing for each story that you come up with. Now, today I am talking mainly about a young adult fiction, okay? And then, so character building itself is quite a task. So when you are writing, also, it's, I mean, there are some things on that character profile that will never come up on your book, in any of your book. If it is a 3-book series, a 4-book series, a 7-book series, it might never come up in your book, but that characteristic is important for you when you're writing the book, because then you have to go into that mindset when you're writing from their point of view. Okay, so character building is important right from their physical qualities, so up to what they're feeling, what they're feeling inside them, their emotions, their mental state, whether they're depressed or they're always happy, or they're sad but they show that they're happy. So all those things will not be explicitly told by the author, or they should not be told by the author. It should be shown, as they say, show, don't tell, right? So that is something. It is something with the character building also, and with the world building also. Okay, now for example, in my story, there is this imaginary world, or this magical world, which we call the Amrit Rajya, and that is where the series gets its name of the Immortal Empire. Amrit Rajya is Immortal Empire, right? So now, what are the things that are there? What are the elements that are there? Are they normal as compared to what we have in our usual day-to-day life, or is there anything extraordinary? So those extraordinary things have to be mentioned. Then if humans go there, what happens? Which type of humans can go there? What powers do they have? Do they have their magical powers? So in my case, each of uh, the main character has one elemental power of nature. So is that the case with everybody, or just these 4 or 5? Right? So all these things have to be decided in advance. Only then your story can advance, can go ahead. And especially if it is a series, you have to be very specific about what you are going to have in your world. Which type of animals? Who are your dark forces? Who are your negative forces? Who are your heroes, heroines? All of that has to be specified in advance. Okay, otherwise we might contradict ourselves, that we might write something in chapter 1 and then we might negate that in chapter 15, because it has been ages since we've done chapter 1, right? So if we have a plot, like for example, no, this idea I took from Sarah Cannon, Heart Breathings, so you can check her out, her videos. So from there I got this idea of making scene cards for each act. So they are not as neat as how she does it, but nonetheless. So this is Act 2, Part 1, which is from the 3-act structure, from the Save the Cat by Jessica Brody. Save the Cat book, writes a young adult novel. So there is references from there. There is references from Heart Breathings, and of course my guide Shweta Samhota. So all of that put together. So this is helping me with creating a skeleton outline of the book. So I didn't directly come here. It was first a one-page, one-line, log line is what we call it. One-line structure of the story. Then it was a one-page structure. Then on pages it was put into different scenes, then into these different scene cards. Now I don't know how others do it, but this is how I did it. Put it into different scene cards, okay, and then create outlines in chapters, and then eventually write the first draft. So I should be finishing my first draft by tomorrow. By tomorrow is today is 1st of August, so I don't know when this video is going up. So by end of 1st of August or by the morning of 2nd of August, my first draft should be over, and then I'll start editing. So I will speak to you about editing in my upcoming videos also, and in between, if I feel like it, if I want to share, I will share my writing process, and maybe we can write something together, share a sprint, a 25-minute sprint, and maybe write something together. So let's see how that works out. Until then, until the next video, I am going to create a schedule for the videos, but until that time, keep writing, keep enjoying, and don't worry, because there is no nothing wrong in writing what you like, to write. Okay. Only thing is, when you're publicly posting it, you have to take care that you're not hurting anybody's feelings because you are publicly posting it. You write for yourself, then you keep it to yourself. But when you write for yourself and you want to publicly show it to people, you have to be careful. So with that, we will meet you in the next video. Bye bye.